Greetings in Christ. We are examining some remarkable steps, 10 steps in the mystical ladder of divine love by St. John of the Cross. And this teaching is particularly exciting for me because some of the concepts that I'm going to briefly bring out are some of the loftiest spiritual ideas and realities that I've ever learned about in my life. And I'm thrilled to be able to share in some small part them with you. I begin with step 5 of the mystical ladder, exceeding desire for God. There is here a real expansion of soul. What preceded this step was an interior detachment from every creature in which the soul neither pauses nor rests in anything. We thought about that in previous steps, thinking about how our desire for these temporal things in life are beginning to lessen and decrease, and we are finding that there's really nothing we want as much anymore as this longing for God to be fulfilled. He does this work in us. So even the fact that we're desiring Him, which is part active on our part, we are receptive to it, and then He engenders this incredible longing to be with Him, to know Him, to experience Him. St. Augustine writes about this expansion of desire in his letter to Proba. I quote Augustine, "He wants us to exercise our desire through our prayers so that we may be able to receive what He is preparing to give. His gift is very great indeed, but our capacity is too small and limited to receive it. That is why we are told, enlarge your desires, do not bear the yoke of unbelievers." The deeper our faith, the stronger our hope, the greater our desire, the larger will be our capacity to receive the gift. And one of the things that's going to help us in that growth of desire is to learn more and more fully the awesome quality of the gift that God has to give. And I'm going to cover this right now on step 6, which I entitled the substantial touch or divine touch. Substantial meaning it is affected in the substance of our soul. It implies immediacy and intimacy of the soul with God, and may be granted either to the depths, to the inner spirit of our soul, or to the intellect, or to the will. These communications are received passively. Now here comes the greatest, probably one of the greatest lines in all of John of the Cross's writing. There's actually 2 lines. Quote, "Some of these divine touches produced in the substance of the soul are so enriching that one of them would be sufficient not only to remove definitively all the imperfections which the soul would be unable to eradicate through its entire life, but also to fill it with virtues and blessings from God. It transcends what is naturally attainable. Thus, God effects in the soul what it is incapable of acquiring. God grants these divine touches, which cause certain remembrances of Him at times when the soul is least expecting." So that is power. to see that God can come in and eradicate all of these imperfections and faults, which we of our own accord had failed to remove, is phenomenal. And it elevates a soul to such a degree that not only are our voluntary imperfections and sins rejected by us outright, but it takes it even further to fill us with incredible virtues and graces. All of the remaining steps of the mystical ladder of divine love are the outflow of this expansion of desire on step 5 and the divine or substantial touch in step 6. Step 7 is called ardent boldness with conserved humility. So once you have received the enormity of this kind of touch of divine union, you have the boldness of a giant. You have the boldness of St. Joan of Arc. Step 8, God has captured the soul and allows the soul to be captured by him. And it is beyond amazing to think that the creator of the whole universe allows himself to be captured by us. 9, the soul abides as a flame gently burns like a candle. This is right before step 10, which is, step 10 is heaven. The veil is lifted. Love assimilates the soul completely to God. All that was needed to be purged or purified is now complete. No purgatory is necessary. So this is why this journey is so important, because we are given the opportunity here while we're on earth to be completely purified and go directly to God. And think of the gift of that divine touch, how desirous it is. These things are to help us to remain firm in our commitment to our prayer time. There is nothing on the face of this earth that can give to you what God himself will give if you avail yourself to him and grow in this developing journey, a path of union, a path of contemplation. The invitation is clear, and my prayer for you is certainly that you receive the divine touch and you make it all the way to the summit. God bless you.